City Hall will be closed for business again tomorrow because of last weekend's ransomware attack. The FBI and Ohio National Guard helping to restore and recover city systems. But tonight, the story of a recent hack in a city the same size as Cleveland could be a red flag that things might not be back to normal anytime soon. Cleveland City Hall shut down to the public. Officials giving residents little insight on a ransomware attack. The city saying while the threat has been identified and contained, this continues to be a sensitive and ongoing matter. In a city similar in size to Cleveland, Wichita, Kansas was targeted in a cyber attack in early May. Most concerning, the hackers got their hands on social security numbers, driver's licenses, state ID numbers, and credit card information. We don't know if that's the case here. Cleveland is just saying it's still working to assess the full extent of the attack. Just this past Tuesday, Wichita officials said the recovery efforts are going well, and most public systems are now back in service, over a month since the hack. So the big question, how long could it be for Cleveland? Case Western Reserve University's Ermin Ade explains.
A shutdown of a city for about a week or maybe for a couple of weeks doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. So they want to make sure that they identify the source of the vulnerability. They also want to make sure that they are not going to provide any statements that are going to put people in panic in terms of data breach or in terms of what may happen.
Ade explains how an attack like this happens.
The hackers find the opening or vulnerability in the system, which they utilize in order to typically encrypt your files. Encrypting meaning that they typically lock your files. We can mention it like that in very high level. And they don't give you the key to unlock it unless you pay a ransom.
Ade says investigators will look for the door the hackers use to get inside the system.
As soon as you identify that, you patch it. So just to make sure that even if you end up paying for the ransom, they are not going to use the same vulnerability or the same door again.
Cleveland City Hall not saying how much the hackers are asking for. Ade explains no one is immune to cyber attacks.
New vulnerabilities occur every day. So as a result of that, it's kind of a cat and mouse game. And the main business of these hackers is to identify these new doors.
And you can count on our continuing coverage of the Cleveland ransomware attack as the story develops. However long it takes, we're going to stay on top of this. Anytime news breaks, you can find it first on the 19 News app.